Hello folks, this is World Dominator. This is Operation Firestorm, and I'm playing with a buddy of mine. Of course it's too slow to get the helicopter. And I wanted to show this video because as you will see, only one tank made it through our helicopter pretty much. That's because maybe I had a good day, I don't know what, but I was able to pretty much take out every one of them with one sweep. Now I'm running ECM and the gunner is running flares. And as you can see here, I'm only shooting one heat seeker. I always usually shoot one heat seeker before I lock on the second time, and I shoot both of them. Now as you see here, the enemy helicopter actually got us with one of the heat seekers. That's because the closer you get to the enemy helicopter, the less of a chance the gunner's flares will work. On console, of course, this is on console. As you see here, I only shot one heat seeker. He releases flares, and now I'm still locked on. I'm gonna shoot both of them right now, and he is gone. So that's pretty much how you take him out. The closer you get to the enemy helicopter, the less of a chance of the flares to actually work. Actually, that's why it's good to run ECM as a driver, of course. As you see here, we're pretty much coming down into a dive, and then I turn before I get too close to the ground, and then I fly alongside the tank to take them out. So there goes one, and here comes second one sweep. Watch. And that's how you do it. Either the tank drivers are just too dumb to realize there was a helicopter there, but, well, that's their loss. So, you gotta be careful now, because after the patch has been released, tanks can take out the helicopters with one hit. I don't know what this helicopter was doing, but maybe he didn't see us or whatnot, but see that? I released both of my hit seekers. He was close enough, and I actually was able to disable him. And there he goes. He just went boom.
Boom! Fly through the smoke. Bouncing that motherfucker all over the place, aren't I?
So usually what I do on Operation Firestorm, I like to take out pretty much most of the building walls. It makes it easy for the ground troops to find any enemies inside the building where you can't really hide. We do that here throughout the video, you will see it. But that's an Operation Firestorm thing, I guess. Of course on Caspian Border we can't really do that because there's not many buildings. 100% of the time, me as the pilot, I always spot. I know the gunner is supposed to spot, but as a pilot I spot, and as a gunner I spot as well. I run both. As you saw here again, the tank just had no chance whatsoever. There is a helicopter behind us in here, and what I usually do is I go low, I pick up speed, and then I turn. But before I turn, I usually already have my main guys switch from pods to heat seekers, just to be ready. Of course he goes low, so he's got to be low radar. I can't really lock onto him, but for some reason he's just too dumb to actually see that there's another helicopter on his ass. Well, that's his loss. As you can see, we're close enough. I released both of my heat seekers without waiting. I don't have to because I'm close enough. And as you saw, it doesn't matter if you run your flares or ECM. It will hit you no matter what. here comes a tank. It's pretty much gone. The majority of my kills are always, of course, diving my helicopter down and turning around and finishing the tank. If I don't finish them with one sweep, I like to actually finish them with one sweep, but it doesn't always work. And as you can see, the walls, some of the walls are down. It's easier to actually spot the enemy inside the buildings. As you see here, when I shoot the tank, I don't actually use my crosshairs as a guide. I use my crosshair and the little line that you see. I pretty much shoot in between. That's because unless your helicopter is standing still, you won't be able to hit if you pretty much point your crosshairs and use that as a guide. You have to use both, the crosshairs and the line. You know, use in between pretty much. Sort of like the scout helicopter where you have both crosshairs. You pretty much use in between unless you're close to the enemy. That's pretty much gonna be your guide. Now, as you can see, the enemy helicopter is far, so the gunner's flares will work. See? It actually worked because we were far enough, but now we're getting closer, so I'm going to release one heat seeker and then I release the second one. The reason why I released the second one is because I didn't see any of his flares or ECM being released, so that means he has none. So you have to play by ear. Again, I always release one and then I'll release the second one if I see the enemy has no defenses whatsoever. You'll see that I think in the whole match we died twice, and of course that's because of our own team crashing into us. That usually happens. That's because the air is not enough, so airspace is not enough for both of us. Of course, there we go. Boom. So of course, that always happens when
What did you kick him?
when enemy targets is not enough and everybody goes after the same target. You always see jets trying to
Oh, wait, whoa, I hit
get too
double,
close to the
A.
ground and
Double
pretty
E.
much hit the helicopter.
My bad.
Of course, my teammate, instead of spawning on me, he spawned in the base.
Helicopter right behind us.
Good job.
Or jet, something.
Hostile jets.
Something on the ground. Oh, it's a fucking anti-explosive thing.
Now we did have a ground enemy with a stinger on the ground, bugging us in a little while. And of course, for that not to work anymore, you gotta get below 25 feet. And here's a tank, and it just went boom. One sweep, that's why I always like. Take the tank out in one sweep. Personally, when I fly, when I'm the pilot, I always tell the gunner when to release the flares. I don't want him to release the flares anytime they feel like it. But that's an understanding between me and the gunner. As you see here, we try to take out some of the walls. I gotta tell you something. The true anti-air is not the helicopter or the jet. It's a damn pulse. When it comes to helicopter, the pulse are your true anti-air. As you see, I released one heat seeker. I don't know why I shot the second one there. As you saw, that was not the enemy helicopter shooting at us. That was actually a stinger. So pretty much right there, as you saw, I broke my own rule. And of course, stingers again. Now we're behind the oil tanks, so I don't put the ECM or anything whatsoever when I'm behind them, because you can stay behind them and they usually don't hit you. And of course I release my ECM here just as a preventive measure. Usually what I do is when my ECM is reloading, I pretty much stay hidden behind a mountain or something until they get reloaded again, just to be sure I have them. That's the Stinger guy that I was telling you about. He's locking onto us from flag C. As you see, I released only one heat seeker, and there goes the second one. And that's the actual Stinger hitting us. I don't know how this guy actually survived the first 14 POG rockets, but you just saw his RPG pretty much flying right by my windshield. That would have been a one-hit kill, pretty much. After the patch, RPGs pretty much take out the helicopters with one hit. If you look at my previous video, you will see my RPG to helicopter video where I take out the helicopters with one RPG. When the helicopter is close to the ground and you can't lock on because, of course, you have below radar, it's better to just use your pods. Be sure you shoot ahead of the helicopter, of course. And apparently one of the tanks here learned their lesson and they tried to go around on the mountain, but no chance. It's disabled with one sweep, and we're gonna finish the job right now. Now, I don't know how this tank made it through. I don't think he did make it through. I think one of our team members left it. That actually happens a lot. And they stole it. The enemy stole it, of course.
Remember, I can't turn to the right at all.
Yeah, so apparently my gunner, he can't turn to the right that quick, but to the left he does.
Real fast to the left, but I can't turn at all to the right.
That's right. So I don't know why he has that issue. My issue is every time I get into a helicopter, or a tank, or actually any vehicle, my controls slow down. I don't know why. We'll get back to that in a second. As you see here, I released only one heat seeker, and then the second time I locked on, I released both of them, disabling him. And of course, he crashed.
I could have got him on the rocket too. I could have shot him with the rocket.
Now, as I said earlier, my controls pretty much slow down every time I get into a vehicle. I don't know why. I deleted the game, cleared the cache on my Xbox, but still no luck. I don't know why it does that. But I learned to pretty much play with it.
He's right there underneath that tree.
And as you see here, we pretty much both tanks are gone. And if you get out of the tank, it doesn't matter. That's even worse. I'll take you anyways. I'll take you out. As you see here, I use both my crosshairs and the well. I messed up on that one. Hey, come on. It happens sometimes, you know.
Killed him, and then he killed you or something. And I jumped out and I suicided.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hit the actual the pole. So it happens sometimes.
see it.
We're back into the air now.
I just won my painter.
As you see the enemy helicopter wing below
He's right above
Raider.
us, dude.
And he's gone.
I repeat, we have lost the objective.
Something hanging us.
And of course, there he goes. Boom.
Mark him so I can see him. I can't see him. I can't find him. Something's hitting us.
Now, here's a small little tip. You have a jet on your tail.
I don't see him.
Do not go low and keep going straight. You have to turn. You have to do a 180 so that pretty much the jet cannot shoot you anymore. If you go straight and you go forward, the jet will actually have more time to shoot you down with his gun. So I wouldn't advise that. Pretty much the best thing to do is do a 180 or turnaround. As you see here, comes another tank trying to get through. Of course, he never makes it. I just don't understand the tanks in this particular match.
I don't understand why I can't turn to the
I don't know why they kept going when they saw the helicopter pretty much disabling them, taking them out. That's a Stinger. That's the guy at Flags that I was telling you about earlier. He kept on blocking us pretty much the whole game, which is expected. By now, I'm sure the enemy team is really pissed off. None of their tanks made it through. But at the same time, if you look at the score, they're actually winning, which is, well, it sucks. None of the tanks make it through. Majority of the enemies we take out, and of course we're still losing. It goes to show you that even though air support is 100%, that doesn't always mean you're gonna win. You have to. BF3E is actually a team game, so unless the ground works with the air and vice versa, you can't win.
Before it even fucking hit me.
Now this is the guy here at Flag C with the Stingers. He keeps on bugging us, and as you heard here, my gunner earlier, he released his flares, and it still didn't work. There he is. He released his flare second time. It still didn't work either. So it's one of those things where many people now, as a gunner, they don't run flares anymore. I don't know why they don't work, but that's up to DICE to fix it. Suppose in the last patch they said they fixed it, but they didn't fix jack. Gunner flares still don't work. So thermal vision is pretty much a secondary option instead of flares. It really works, especially on the Caspian border. So, you know, you choose which one you desire. Let's fast forward in here. Okay, we're back again.
Yeah, I've got an enemy soldier. Enemy helicopter coming in. Over.
Here's the helicopter. Of course, it's below ground, below radar, so we can't really do much. So I turn to pods and pretty much take them out. That's the same Stinger guy trying to pretty much get us. Now the transport helicopter is above radar, so I'm able to actually hit him with the, my heat seekers.
I repeat, we have lost the objective.
Taking out more of the walls. That's the Stinger guy. Now usually what I do is we take out the walls in the beginning of the match, and this one we didn't. You know, sometimes when you shoot your pods in an area where you know there's a enemy, you'd be surprised how many times you'll be able to get him. So that's what I just did just there, hoping that maybe I'll get the stinger enemy guy, and of course that didn't work. We got hit from the other stinger guy. So as you saw there, it was two of them trying to shoot at us. Of course, one of them got us. When the enemy works as a team, the best way to pretty much go about it in a helicopter is to fly away, because it's not you won't win. Teamwork always wins above all else. Now, I don't know what my gunner was doing here, but he should have been on top of that Jeep. That's what you just saw me do there, is allow the gunner to pretty much lock on with his guided missile, because somebody was actually soft-flamming or locking onto that jet. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You have to try. So, you know, be sure you watch out for the triangle in the sky. You never know when you'll be able to, you know, take them out with a guided shell. Actually, no, guided missile, sorry. Now, of course, I broke my own wound there. I was hoping the enemy didn't have any defenses, but he did. And he was smart to actually release his defenses at the last second, because he made me release both of my heat seekers. And this is the stinger guy. So I knew they were trying to all lock onto us, so I pretty much tried to go below radar for a little bit here.
He's using laser daughter. Over there, I seen it. It's over by the base of the hill. See it over there? Painted it. Painted it.
Yeah, this is actually a soft flam locking onto us. Actually, no, the tank.
I got it.
Well, that's a CTV, but pretty much the same as a soft flam, I'd say. That was a nice kill there. So the game actually comes to an end here.
The guy that was trying to fucking hit us with the rocket back behind us. Oh shit! I just got hit.
A few small tips. Again, when you're far away from the enemy helicopter, shoot only one of your heat seekers as a pilot. When you're close enough, you shoot them both. That's because the enemy's flares pretty much won't work when you're close enough. Second tip is, if the enemy helicopter is close to the ground, just use your pods. As you saw here, we pretty much were taken out because, like I said earlier, when you're close enough, you get locked on.
Remember, switch the laser.
Flares won't work, nothing will work. So pretty much that's about it. I wanted to switch here to laser painter so that my gunner will have more of a chance to hit something. But the game is pretty much over. We did lose. Again, that's because teamwork wasn't really that good in this game. We did take out pretty much every single tank coming out of their base and the helicopters. But of course that still wasn't enough. So thank you all for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Thank you.